Hello. I asked how many have you done the task that I gave yesterday. I asked how many have you done the task that I gave yesterday night. Task. Anyways, I'm continuing with the today's class. So today we're going to discuss about this application, which is built using MongoDB, and it is a CRUD-based application, which means it have these features like creating the user, creating, deleting the user, updating the user information, and editing the editing and deletion of the users. So in this user, we have different kinds of information, like we have name, email, the image of the profile, and a creation button. So I'll show you how we can create it today using MongoDB. We have learned about what are the different types and terminologies that we face in MongoDB yesterday. So we're going to discuss again and how we can create it in Node.js today. So let's proceed with the example first. I'm proceeding with the creation of the user, and I'm going to, let's say, I'm creating a Naruto and naruto@gmail.com, and I'm going to paste the URL of the Naruto. I'll take the image of him, and I'm gonna paste it over here, and I'm gonna create. We see we have created one URL. I think I'll change the URL of the Naruto. It is not coming. See, we can create the user with the information of his name, of his Gmail, and also the picture URL, and I'm directly displaying it on my screen. And what are the features we're going to see? We're going to see the read, and I'm going to create another, let's say, Sasuke, and email. And I'll take one image of him. And I'll paste it. And I'll create the user. See, I got the users where I can see all the users that I created. And also I have the edit page where I can edit the particular user's information. And I can delete the user also using this delete user. Yeah, Ganesh, it will take time, but eventually it will be uploaded, because it takes time to load the previous class lectures. So wait for a few more days, you'll get it. So you understand that, right? How we can create the users and delete the user. This is the use case. And also let's see what are the API calls that are occurring during the So when I delete user, let's see what API call it will call. So I deleted, and we can see there is one call is happening. What is it? See, when I click it, it is calling the get method, and it is navigating to the home screen. And let's try to create new one, and I'll click home, and I'll click again the source code information. Now when I click it, it will call and post method. See, so this is a post method, and it is calling this API. This is the API call it is doing, and we can see the payload also. The payload is the name and email and the information of the image URL. So this is the payload. When I click enter, it will deliver the whatever request information such as name, email, image URL. It will send to the backend. Backend means the Node.js server. We'll see how we can create the that server along with the MongoDB. This information is being stored in MongoDB server. Got it? So we'll also see how we can create the information using MongoDB with the help of Node.js, and we'll create the different types of CRUD methods such as post, get, and delete and update. So we'll see today. And I built the UI part using the EJS that we discussed in the previous classes. You must remember that we have created one to-do list app using EJS, right? Similarly, I have created this application using EJS. And first of all, I'll show you how we can create the MongoDB. And you need to download the MongoDB at first. Directly go to the MongoDB community download. It will show you this link, and here you can directly go over here, and you can get the whatever platform you want. Like if you want the Windows, you can directly hit and MSI and click the download button. I'm sharing the link for this MongoDB in the chat box. It will take some time, so just download it after the class. For right now, just see how we are going to proceed with it. So when I hit this download button, I'll install it, and automatically it will create one service. Service means a server within my system that is constantly running. You can see inside the task manager. It will create one service inside my. You can see one service is running, that is MongoDB Compass, which means this is a server. This is a server like a backend, like Node.js server. It is a server which is having the database, like it has some storage and a service which is connecting both. And when I want to do the operations like get, post, I'll have one URL. What is the URL for the MongoDB? I'll show you the URL also. The URL for the MongoDB is so this is the URL that we can access the So this is telling that I'm trying to open MongoDB Compass. So it is a service. It is open in another tab. So this is a service that is constantly running in my system, where I can create so these are the previous ones that I tested. So these are the databases, different types of databases, and we just created this. I'll we just created this, right? Sasuke gmail.com, and the URL and the ID that automatically created when I input. Sorry, are you able to see the screen? You're not. Okay, you're not able to see. Sorry for the disturbance. So this is the database that I created with the application we just saw, and inside that it created one model. So inside it we have one document and the information that we created just right now. So that is Sasuke and the Gmail of the Sasuke and the URL of the image. So I just give the only these three information, and MongoDB automatically created the ID of the object, and the version of it. So these two are given by the MongoDB, and this is the information that I gave. Got it? So when I want to delete it, I need this ID in order to delete that information inside the database. Okay. So this is the document that we discussed yesterday. Document consists of the objects, different types of objects inside the document, and where does the document belongs? It will belongs inside the collections. Collections means it is a type of table. In MySQL, we have tables, right? We have columns and rows. Similarly, in NoSQL, we have users similar to the tables. But instead of tables, our information will be stored like objects in the JSON data. Got it, everyone? If you have doubt, just ask me right now. I'm proceeding with the code. That's why. Everyone understand the uh, this this pattern. Okay. Okay, I'm proceeding with the code and how we can connect our database, that is MongoDB, with our code base. So I'll create one simple application like our previous one. I'm starting the terminal and npm it. And I need to install a few packages such as npm install express for the server purpose, and I need to create Mongoose that connects our database with our server. So I need to install it, and also I need to install few other packages and not more. So these are the packages that you need in order to run this app. Our package.json is successfully created, and inside it we have Express, Mongoose, and whatnot. Okay, got it. And I'll create one app.index, and I need to mention, sorry, app.js. App.js, which is the entry point for our application. Sorry. Okay. I mentioned it. And then what? Then create one server. I'll create it. Before creating the app, I'll create one schema for our database structure. What is the schema? The schema is nothing but the values inside our object, which is name, email, and image. That's it. So these are the three keys or fields, you can say. So these are the three fields that I need. What is the data type? The data type is the strings. String is our data type. And how I will see how we can create the schema for our database. First of all, I need to call the Mongoose module. Sorry, I need to create another one. And I'll create one user.js. Okay. Inside the user.js, I'll create const mongoose. I'll be requiring the mongoose package. And then I'll declare one variable, users schema. And how we can create? I can create with the mongoose dot schema object. And inside this, I need to mention what are the different fields that I need for my application. I need name. And what type? I need type of string. And I can also declare if it is required or not. So when the user does not enter the value, it will throw an error. So for that, how we can do it? I'll add one flag. And requirement, yes, it is a requirement field. And email. And another one is email. And same as this one. And then I'll require, let's say I need age. Instead of string, I'll give number. And I want to create another field with created date. Let's name it as created at. And the type of it will be date format. And I'll provide one automate where it will be a default value with date.now. If you don't know, this will create when this object will be called. It will call this, and it will give the exact timestamp when it is being called. Okay, we have created the schema for it. And then what? I want to export it. I want to use it in my application. How I can use it? I need to export this with module.exports. So what I'm doing here, I'm exporting something from this JS file. So what am I exporting? I'm exporting mongoose.schema model. And I'm gonna name it as user. So this is the difference. So when you export it, it will become user model that you can use it inside the app.js. I'll show you how you can use the model and perform using the routes. We can perform it. So I'm creating one Express app, and I require Express module, and also I need some functions inside the Mongoose. So I'm importing again Mongoose, and it will be available inside the Mongoose module. And I'll create one app that calls Express app, and I'll create one middleware. How can I call the middleware? I use app.use in order to call the middleware, and I'm calling some predefined middleware, that is express.json. What is it? What does it do? Anyone? What is the purpose of this express.json? Can anyone tell me the purpose of this? No one knows what is the use of it. I told you multiple times, I guess. So basically, whenever a request comes to this server, it will convert into JSON. So what is a middleware? Middleware is the entry point for our service. So whenever a request come to our server, it will pass through it, and it will come in the format of JSON. So that is why we use this middleware. And okay, after this, I have to I showed before, that is Mongoose. How can I connect? I can connect using connect mongoose.connect with a URL. The URL where our application is running is our MongoDB service is running in this URL. My MongoDB is being run. So I call this, and I want to print something in order to that I could know if it is being called. It will do something with a function help, and it will print console.log saying connected to MongoDB. And if anything, something wrong, like if it doesn't found the service of MongoDB, it can throw an error telling that our service is have some error. Okay. What is next? Okay, I connected my MongoDB. What next? I have to call the model that I just created. I'll require slash dot user dot js. So inside this js file, I have it. So I'm calling it. So it is similar as this one. Okay, there is no difference. But I created inside my app, so I'm using this one. So the first thing that I have to do is creating the user, right? Add a new user. How can I create the new user? With the help of post method, right? So what is the route? I'll use something like API slash users. So with this route, I can create new users, and I want to use asynchronous programming inside it. So other requests don't have to wait for it. Request or slash comma response in the function that you have to perform, and inside it I'll take a try catch method. First it should be create variable, and it will create one user with the user schema with the information of the request body. What is the request body? So when I hit enter, or when I hit the this when I hit the this button, it will send with the request we saw. So when I call it, it has some payload in it. So these are the payload that I get when I so this is the information that I get inside the request body. You can think like that. So I'll get the username, Gmail, and also the whatever information that we gave here. I get mail, age, created it. So I'll get using this one, and I'm storing it inside this one. Okay. When I get it, I have to do something with the data, right? What I will do, I will just push it inside the database. How can that's it. That simple that you can save the information inside this user. What is the user? User is nothing but the information that you received, and using this one you can save inside the database. And why we are using await? So it will wait until this operation is done and get the response. How will I get the response? When I get the response from the MongoDB, I will let the client know that the status 201. What is the meaning of the 201? Anyone? It means that we have successfully inserted some data inside the database. And also I'm implementing one catch method. So if I get any error, I'll print it. And in response, I will send 400, which means there is some error while creating. So I need to send the response in the format of JSON. So we successfully created this one. Let's try to implement it. Test it using the Postman. We already saw how we can do it with the help of Postman, right? And at the output, I'll listen it, and it will print something like console.log, and it will say server is running on port 301. Okay, that's it. We created successfully the post method. How can I run npm, or we can just start node app.js. We can see we successfully connected with the MongoDB, and our server also is running. Let's test with using Postman. So at what port is it running? It is running on API slash, and what is the other one? Users. API slash users on which port? On 3001. And what is the method we are using? We are using the post method, and inside the headers or body, we need to send some information. What information that we need to send? We need to send some information like the name, email, and the age. We have successfully created the information inside the MongoDB. Let's go to the MongoDB and try to see whether the information is created inside the MongoDB or not. I'll try to do the again. Okay, the data is being created. We can see here the request has been fulfilled and resulted in new resource being created. So it is being created somewhere. Jyoti, what softwares used for adding localhost link? Sorry, Jyoti, can you define what you're asking? So this one, you're asking about this one. Yeah, Jyoti, I'm using the Postman. If you're not aware of this Postman, we have used this before also. So basically, the purpose of this Postman is to test the APIs. Okay, we just implemented the API for this, and when I wanted to send some data, I cannot use the UI right every time. So that's why we have this Postman where I can test my APIs instantly without the help of UI. Okay, so I don't have to create front end for it. So it is being created somewhere, but I couldn't see it inside it. Yeah, I we can see it here. What we have done, we have created the John Doe, and I'll do it again. I'll remove the John. Let's say Jyoti. Jyoti. Okay, I'm creating the new user. Not 30. Oops. Let's say 21. Okay, we must see different users also here. We created 4 users. We can see Jyoti is being created inside the database. Uh, Chaitanya, it is nothing but the online service on the local one. So the local one is the Compass, which means you can run directly inside the your locally, and Atlas is something that you can run on server. Okay, it is given by the MongoDB that if you want to share your application with others, got it. When you want to share it with your friends or someone, you must need uh, somewhere you have to host it, your database, right? So in that case, you can have this MongoDB Atlas, or if it is only for your purpose, for the testing purpose or development purpose, you can use Compass. It is completely fine. There is no difference. Okay, the way you use is a similar one, but just the name change where you are hosting it. That's it. So we have created the users successfully, and let's try to delete and update the users also. How we can create and delete? We can have post method also, or delete or put. So I'll create another API using app.put, so I can update. So where I have to so in order to update, I need some ID, right? So I'm giving that, and async. We already discussed what is asynchronous. So when some operation is being going on, it doesn't have to wait for the others. So that is why we use this asynchronous. And request and response. And what we need, I have to give try catch if in case any error happens. So in try, I have to bring the user information. So in order to get the information database, I need some methods, right? So await user dot means it is the collection. So the one we created, and it is a document. Inside it, I'm running few functions like find by ID, find by ID, and update. So this is the function that I want to use. So what am I passing? I'm passing the ID where I'm getting from here. So this is the request. So this is the ID given by the route, and I'll use it. So how can I get that? I can get that params dot id. We discussed what is params. Params is nothing but when user send it by postman, I have to send like API slash user slash 1234. What is the 1234? That is the ID. So this will be passed here, request.params.id. So basically that is coming from the URL itself. And also request body, and I will pass few other arguments. So when I created it, it will be it will create new one instead of the old one. Okay, I got the information. Now what? I need to send one response, right? So in case of if the database couldn't find the ID, what it should do? It should handle it also. So in that case, if doesn't have the user, and it should return some response saying user is not found 404. The resource that you're looking for is not there. So in that case, I need to send the error saying user not found. Okay. In case any other errors such as the database is down, I'll implement the catch, and inside the catch I'll send the status with the code 400 and a JSON format error. Whatever error is coming, I directly send it. So now I can update the user. I just have to simply rerun it. It's successfully running. And again, I'm going to the, let's first go to the here, and I'll take the Jyoti ID, this one, and I'll copy it. And I want to change the age of the Jyoti. By mistake, I typed 30. Now I want to put some 22 years age. How can I do it? I'm going to the postman again, and now I have to take the put method, and now along with the users I need to paste the ID of the object also. What is the object? The this one, this is a object. Every object have different types of IDs. You can see here. Each one is unique. These are built using the timestamp and the user, the database owner. So it will be coming from that. So it is kind of you know uh, uh, it will be converted into the binaries. So like that, it will be found. It is not given by me. It is given by the database itself. So each field have their own ID. So in order to change anything inside the Jyoti's field, I need to take it. I took the ID and post it here, and then I have to send it as 22. Okay. And when I send, it is giving me an error. I think I gave the different API user slash ID. Yeah. Cannot put this I. Not found. So it is saying that user ID is not found, which means so let's try to go back here. Okay. So this is the ID. Let's copy. And go to the postman. Again, what is the error we're facing? Anyways, let's proceed with the delete. Let's try to do the delete also. It is similar as the put one, where I have to do app.delete and same as this one. And then async operation. Request dot response slash and the function, and try const user is equal to await user dot same, but instead of doing the update, I'll do find by ID and delete. So this is what I'm doing. Previously we said you find it and update it. Now I'm telling it find it and delete it. So that is the difference. Similarly, request dot params dot id and then delete it. If you couldn't find the user like our previous case, just return with the error saying response status 404. That's what we got. And a JSON saying the error. And in JSON response, in case of everything is right, just send message saying user deleted successfully. Then if any error, just catch the error and send the response saying the error. So maybe the previous error we faced, maybe because of the two databases that I'm using from two different applications is same. Maybe because of that I'm facing it, I need to resolve it. I'll update you tomorrow. Meanwhile, you try to execute the code that we discussed along with the MongoDB and also do the installation of MongoDB and perform these operations. Okay. So this is how we can create, update, and delete. Here it is successfully deleting. I don't understand what happening. I need to check it. Okay. Yeah, Jay, I'll send the code, and you need to install the MongoDB first and then try to do it. Okay, then only it will execute. Okay, guys. I'll send the code. I'll send the link of the GitHub or anything. I'll send it over the group and do it today's as a task. Okay. Okay, guys. You can leave the class and do the task. I'll share. Okay. Bye. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.